today for our QCDUG, Queen City DNN User Group meeting interview, we have Bogdan Litescu from DNN Sharp, and he is going to give us a brief introduction to some of the incredible modules that have been produced by DNN Sharp. They were debuted and really promoted heavily at the recent UK event for DNN Connect, and we're pretty excited to have Bogdan speaking with us later this week or this month at our user group meeting. And to get us started, he's going to give us a brief introduction to these wonderful products. Bogdan?
Thanks, Ryan, for the introduction. So our offering of modules includes around 10, 12 tools that vary from building forms to search engines to action grids. And the nice part about our modules is that they all work together and they are specialized. So for example, you have an action form connecting to a grid, and they all connect to a MyToken data source, which pulls data from other sources, and then you can build an API on top of that. So we have all this bunch of tools that work together, and most of them are built on an architecture that you can easily extend, because I think a large part of our business is actually customizing our modules. So we are no longer customizing them, but instead we build an architecture that's easy to plug into, to plug custom code into. So this is where we're at, and what we've done in the last few weeks since the DNN Connect meeting in Italy. We've released some nice collections. So we packed all our modules in collections for building applications, because this was our theme at DNN Connect. We marketed using our tools for building MVP application, minimum viable product application. Because to give you a little bit of history, we as many developers in DNN have been struggling for a few years until we became profitable. And as many developers, we've been always tempted to go outside of DNN, because we are facing these challenges with DNN being a small market. But I think at some point, my perspective at least changed, and now I see DNN as a big opportunity, and I see a big opportunity for building applications and for building minimum viable products, because it's very fast and it's very cheap to build compared to other enterprise level solutions, at least.
I agree, absolutely.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about what's coming up in the next 6 months to a year that you're planning, perhaps as some exciting new things, as all of these start to work together completely, and you release them as these grouped products together.
Yeah, so we already released this pack of modules, and we sell it as an application building framework. And the next step is we want to build the thing around this module. So we want to change the platform, and I can give you a sneak preview of how that looks like. We also presented this at DNN Connect.
Okay.
So let me see, I have a page here. So basically our goal is to replace the entire DNN interface. Yes. So we no longer want to see these menus, and so we want it to be very clean and very fast, and we want it to be sleek, modern, touch-friendly, and that's what we try to do with this Sharp look. We call it Sharp look.
Yeah.
So yeah. So basically, it's an engine where you can, and actually I should maybe just show it how I do it from beginning. So basically, it integrates as a skin. So I would just choose the Sharp look skin. So you can set it for a page, or you can set it for the whole site, and then you have this nice. This at the top is the new control panel, and then you can start typing. So for example, I want to add a new page, so I just start typing, hit the arrows. So it's very nice for developers, but it's also nice for doing a demonstration, because I have a touchscreen on my laptop, and I just use the touchscreen to do everything.
That is fantastic.
Yes, and also we solved the problem of implementing content panes. I'm not sure why I cannot go into this mode now, but I will show it. I'll show this during the demo. So basically, you can create panes and layouts directly from this nice interface. You don't have to go on the disk to build ACSX skin files and mess with all that. So it will be very, very nice.
Very exciting. I cannot wait to show this to the user group. There are so many pieces of what I'm seeing on the screen that are very exciting.
Okay, thanks. So this is the midterm, and I hope to release this actually in September.
Fantastic.
Yeah, and after that we want to build, because what we did right now, we just build this on top of DNN, try to get rid of as much UI as possible, but DNN was not designed to be separated UI and core, so it's very tight together. Mm-hmm. So the next plan for us is to build a DNN Lite distribution using this Sharp look engine on top of DNN. So basically, maybe refactor DNN a bit to be able to get rid of the old UI.
Perhaps an installer that might do the work of changing and editing it. Perhaps something that you could have as a control panel item to turn on to make edits to the core and turn off to restore the original?
Yes, that could work, but I was envisioning more like making code changes to DNN and submitting them on GitHub. Mm-hmm. So those changes would be easy to just unplug their components and plug our components instead.
Very exciting. Very exciting. Well, Bogdan, the idea of this, brief introduction is to give a small shout out to the excellent work that you're doing and to get people excited about the interview session that we're going to have in a couple of Thursdays here at the DNN user group meeting. We will have our user group meeting on Thursday, the 22nd. So that is Thursday the 21st, which is the day of the user group meeting. So we are looking forward to having you on and doing an interview with you then, and really allowing us to have a chance to see this in a longer presentation and ask you even more questions. But thank you very much for spending time with us. This is fantastic.
Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to show you this cool stuff.
Absolutely.